And we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. The pitch to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the start they need. You're already the underdog. You've struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Running through contact. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. This time on target. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Williams. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, you know, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
Second down, he'll throw it. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard. Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
And I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal to go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to power it in. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paula.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
He'll set up to throw. He's going for the goal line. He is out of bounds, and he did not get there. Couldn't reach the pylon. They'll turn it over on downs. And the Golden Gophers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Buys a little extra time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
Man, he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. Knocking down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Grabbed behind the line. It's long. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's long. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quick strike complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Williams. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That slices the lead to 2. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really just how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum. Run to the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field. The give on the option. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On third down, going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Pettis. Picks up enough to give them first and... from the 11.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Golden Gophers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got a man. It's Hayes. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. Smashes ahead. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Let's go! Let's go! He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Marches ahead. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Here's the pressure. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Offense defense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air on second down. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
On fourth down, going to the air. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. Bounced off his feet.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
No gain on the play. Now, a fourth down.
The Golden Gophers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on fourth, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they cannot come up with the play.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Off play action. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget your defense, get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. Reels it in down the left side. Here he goes. Past the 10. Touchdown, Washington. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of me, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see if this offense comes out slinging from the first play of the drive down late. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play.
And here